Hi, good afternoon. Here I'm going to tell you about how to find the ingredients in your food that contain lipids, carbohydrates, and proteins. This has been a pretty challenging question for some of us to answer, and I think the reason that it's so hard is because it is really challenging. So we're going to go through some ways that I've answered the question before, and I'm looking to see how some new ways that you might be able to propose to answer this question. So right now we're on the traditional meal project brainstorm. We've already thought and figured out the ingredients in our meal, and now we're trying to make it a little bit more scientific to understand the molecules and where they're located within the meal. So we're looking for where the lipid molecules are, the carbohydrate molecules, and the protein molecules. So there's a bunch of scientists that before us have set out to plan what a balanced meal looks like, and they've created guidelines for percentages of each of these molecules and what you should have each day. And we rely on these to then say what each food has. So we're going to look at the first website today, Super Tracker. So this is a website we've used in school for the Foodipedia activity, and I like it because they have a lot of different foods already prepared there. Remember, we're searching by ingredient, not by whole food. So we want to break our food down into our ingredients. So our strawberries that make up our smoothie ingredients is the first thing we're going to enter. And I just want to remind you, we're not entering in smoothie because we want to be able to put our specific ingredient into the correct category. So once we enter our food in, one of the ingredients, we will then click on nutrient info, and we find a couple of pieces of information that are going to be helpful. One of them is the protein, the grams, as well as the percentage. The carbohydrate grams as well as the percentage, and then the fat grams, and then this website does not give a daily target or percentage. These percentages are based on another studies or multiple studies findings of what you need each day. So if you eat a cup of whole strawberries, this website's telling you that you will be getting 9% of your carbohydrates, yet only 2% of your protein. Because the percentages are better than just the quantities, because you need different amounts of each of these nutrients, I'm going to recommend that you look to the highest percentage. The hardest part about this is one website, this one, doesn't give you information about fat. So if we were going to call this between protein, carbohydrate, and fat, one of the three, we'd just be able to choose between protein and carbohydrate. Right now, I would call this a carbohydrate. I know it's a fruit, and fruits usually do have more carbohydrates than anything else, so I'm pretty confident in that. But I'm still a little sad because I want more information about the fat. So if you want to go a little bit further, you can use my next favorite website, which is called Fat Secret. And what you do is you type in the information here into the box. So we'll do strawberry again. And we find strawberry. And in the other activity, we said we were going to have a whole cup for our smoothie. So let's click a whole cup. And we find out that for our fat percentages, they list a daily value. They say it's 1%. For their carbohydrates, they say only 4%. You can see how the values have already changed between two websites. So you might, as a scientist, want to take two values, find the difference, or you might be comfortable just accepting one site's information. Be aware with the quantities that you're working with. When I make my smoothie, I really only use about, how many? Maybe 3 medium strawberries. I would then take that number and then I'd have to, on this website, multiply all of these percentages. I like the other website because it helps me change the quantities quickly. So when I'm on Super Tracker, if I like to eat strawberries just like a medium strawberry, I can say I like to eat about 3 of them in my smoothie, and then the quantities change based on the amount I put in. So what we're trying to do basically is figure out, does the ingredient that we name in here have mostly proteins, carbohydrates, or fats? If we try our best and they seem about even, we might want to put it in both categories, or maybe the percentage that's the higher one. Most of the foods that you're going to have in your traditional foods, most of the ingredients are going to be more than one, but a lot of times they'll be higher in percentage than strawberries. They'll be more differentiated and one will be a lot higher. Let's say, for example, that the carbohydrates was 0 and the protein was 20. We could clearly see that then the strawberries were a protein. So let's, for example, give chicken. A lot of us are using chicken breast boneless in our tamales. Let's see how that fares. And they let me compare it to strawberries as well, which I appreciate. So now I'm going to look at the nutrition info. Wow, so chicken shows 56% of our protein, and for our carbohydrates, 0. I would definitely put chicken in the protein category. Once you have the category, all you have to do is put it into the right box. So you're going to place it into the appropriate column. Strawberries, chicken. Good luck.